All right, welcome to Ranting and Raving. I said we were going to do this. We did do this. It took longer than it should have, but that's also like my usual scheduling, so that's not a surprise to anybody at this point. Once again, joined by Bijon. We had a lot of fun last time drafting the Saints offense from the Brees and Payton era. And where there is joy, there must also be misery. And so today we're going to draft defense from the Payton Brees era, and it will be many laughs had, but they will be laughs with tears in them.
Yeah,
So I think we'll go ahead and kick it off. I think I got first pick this time.
yeah. Before you start,
And
so this is
oh, go
just
ahead.
what we're doing. So Breeze Payton played 4-3 majority of the time that they were in power. So we are going four linemen, two edges, two interior, three linebackers, a corner, two safeties, cornerback. And then in the alternate spots, we have our nickel corner or star player, so the extra secondary player that you can go any direction with, and then two wild cards. So that's going to be just two guys that could do extra linebacker, extra secondary player, extra D lineman, however you want to allocate. So just wanted to put that out there.
Perfect. Yeah, I forgot to cover that because I'm a horrible host. But we move on. So so I have a tough decision. And the only reason I'm not going to explain most of my picks, but this one I'm going to because I'm 90% certain that whichever one I don't grab is about to immediately disappear from the board. Cam Jordan and Marshawn Lattimore. I am in general partial to secondary guys. Even though like I love pass rush, but like the type of stuff that Marshawn can do and what allows you to do schematically would pretty much always be my thing. But the way I'm looking at it from the Cam, because I'm going to pick Cam, is the version of Cam Jordan that existed prior to that quad tear. Going into, I want to say it was it might have been the 2020 season. When we lost to the Vikings. And he tore his quad basically off the bone and then came back late at the end of the season and was just kind of never the same player again. The version of Cam that existed before that was just a little bit under, and this is not hyperbolic. Guys like JJ Watt and Aaron Donald and like guys of that tier. His
Yeah.
productivity absolutely dominant against the run and virtually unblockable as a pass rusher, was swatting passes at the line, was just dominating on defense with fuck all around him other than like really, Marshawn. By that point, Marcus Williams is already gone. Just absolutely a stud. And because I get to add caveats, I'm choosing to draft Cam Jordan, but I am trading his Twitter account for a bag of Cheez-Its.
Nah, that's all fair. I mean, you're talking at peak, like all decade team. Like he made the all decade team in the 2010s. Um, his sack numbers are up there, obviously. Like he's going to be a Hall of Famer. That's not a doubt anymore. Never comes off the field. That's the other huge thing. Never plays every single snap. Absolute stalwart. Like when it comes to injuries, never missed because of injury. When he had a torn quad, he still played. Like leader of your team, like tone setter, like corniness aside with him, like just an absolute yeah, great first pick. I have exhaled a lot because I wanted Marshawn Lattimore as my pick. So I am going to take Marshawn Lattimore. Another dude, like, man, you're talking about peak Lattimore in the conversation for best corner in the league, right? Like it's him, it's Stephon Gilmore. Like we're in that area. AJ Terrell, like we're talking about him
Yeah,
like
Pete Ramsey. Like
yeah,
he
like
was in the
Pete
combo with
Ramsey.
all those guys.
Yeah, like choose whichever, and depending which pod you watched on someday, he is referred to as like the best corner in football, even if he was called Marcus Lattimore a lot of the time. But the main thing like that I can say about Lattimore is he comes into the team during the golden age of wide receivers when it comes to the NFC South. Like people legitimately think Mike Evans sucks. because of Marshawn Lattimore.
Yes.
Julio Jones never terrorized us because of Marshawn Lattimore. You like not as good, but like you had the DJ Moore Panthers where DJ Moore was a dynamic player, and then they had like a few other guys like there where whichever side he is taking, it's there, right? So yeah, I mean like Marshawn like doesn't need much explanation, but like I think just because with a little bit of the injuries, I don't know like if in the annals of history he's going to get his flowers, but he's the best cornerback to ever play for the Saints. Like that's unequivocal. So yeah, so I'm gonna go Marshawn there.
Completely called it, and don't blame you one fucking bit.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be a theme as we go through this draft of like, oh crap, there's only one good player at this position. Well, I guess I got to take the next best thing, or I'm fucked. Luckily, at corner there is another really, really good corner, and that's obviously Jabari Greer.
Fuck. I knew you were taking it.
Both. You still got one guy left to go after, but I'm absolutely taking Jabari Greer. One of the biggest just punch in the dick moments for me was actually that injury he suffered. Like just the whole play and the whole sequence in general.
Against San Francisco, I think. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, like just Jabari was so underrated.
Yeah.
But like not in a way where people go like, oh my God, this guy was underrated. He only had 6 Pro Bowls. They're like, no, like legitimately underrated around the league. But then you actually looked at it. Jabari Greer was so fucking reliable. He had people thinking Greg Williams could coach.
Yeah, no, it like took away one side of the field. Like you're talking about that. And like, so what's hilarious is if you had taken Marshawn Lattimore first, it would have pained me, but I would have had to take Jabari Greer first. Like, it's like I'm not.
Porter is that fucking desolate.
I'm not like after this. It's like I'm not living life with Tracy Porter as CB1. All respect to the legend. I'm not living that life. I'm not living life with Janoris Jenkins as CB1. So So yeah. So
you don't want Brandon Browner?
No, I'm good, man. I'm good on that. So you did the correct thing. Did the correct thing going Marshawn Lattimore there. So yeah, no. So now it's back to me. Believe it or not, like in doing this and taking notes, like there are actually like a decent amount of good players. Like now, like the thing is when positions run out, like the cliff is real. But like yeah, so like there are like a decent amount. And so I'm between these two guys. I'm sure whichever one I don't pick is not coming back to me. Yeah, like it's tough, but I'm gonna go Demario Davis here. Yeah, I'm gonna go Demario Davis.
I don't know. What are you taking him at? Because he's played all 3.
I don't know which linebacker I'm taking him out. He's just a linebacker right now. We are gonna see part of the reason I've taken him.
Since you can play him anywhere.
Part of the reason I've taken him, I can play him at all 3 linebacker spots. Shit, if I want to get freaky, I can actually just move him to DN too if I want to. I will not do that. That is cheating. But like, but yeah, like I'm taking Demario Davis here. I won't say who the other person is, but I think you know who the other person is. But yeah, like I mean, like another just like kind of transformative player in like the Saints. Like there are a lot of things that the Saints front office did to not keep Drew Brees' window open late in his career. But Demario Davis is somebody who kept his window as open as it was for that second like late Brees run of trying to get him a ring. Demario Davis, like the upgrade from him, like going from like the AJ Kleins of the world or whatever, and then like going from that to him to once again like best at his position, like like one of the best at his position, run game, can slot in as a pass rusher, like so yeah, I mean like he's that guy. Another like similar to Cam, like also like the leadership and stuff is like just unquestionable, like second best free agency signing after Drew Brees, right? Like I think that's where he's at for it. So I think like yeah, he's there and he's probably no lower than 3 or 4 if I'm forgetting somebody like crazy. So yeah, so I'm gonna go Demario Davis there.
You're right. You're leaving me with absolutely no choice because I just checked my notes. And there's a few linebackers, and I have a few other, but there is literally one thing option that is not just deep fried barbecued ass for middle linebacker. So I'm going for the defensive captain of the Super Bowl winning Saints, Jonathan Vilma.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you said, there are, I'll let you wax poetically about him first, and then I'll jump in. So if you want to wax poetically about Jonathan Vilma,
guys,
because the youngins don't know.
Like, the youngins don't know. Like,
the youngins don't know.
Peak Vilma was not only was he ridiculously smart, and that part of his career does get preserved. Like, people talk about that and the dueling adjustments with Peyton Manning and all that. What I think a lot of people forget is Vilma was an exceptional linebacker and had tremendous range. Especially for a middle linebacker. And that was like when he got, like, when his, knees acted up and like he was just like physically he was gone. Like, he helped bring us a Super Bowl, but I don't think younger fans or people who just didn't pay attention realize like how good Jonathan Vilma was before his body said no mas.
Yeah.
And I just flat out, I was not putting fucking Curtis Lofton on my team because I do not want to celebrate tackles happening 11 yards down the field. I'm just not.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Vilma's, if I were to rank all of my favorite Saints players to watch, like somewhere in the top 7, and he'd want to be one of only 3 defensive guys in the top 7. Like, I love Jonathan Vilma, so it's like I'm leaving here with something.
Yeah, I'm leaving here with something. Yeah, I mean, like, you could have gotten away with, like legitimately, I'm not even like joking. You could have gotten away with cobbling together your linebacker core with a bunch of like kind of C to B plus guys. But like, one, if you didn't take Vilma, I was taking him. I don't care.
No question.
Figuring out how we're playing it, I don't care.
You're DeMario weak side and Vilma middle linebacker, and like you're just gonna reach hell.
You can't allow me to do that. Same reason, like you can't allow me to have Marshawn and Jabari Greer. Like I get
exactly.
It. I have a good adversary here. But Jonathan Vilma was 6'1", 230, guys. Like he was essentially like running back size. Like he is not a big guy, but basically I would say DeMario and him break even in a lot of places. DeMario is a better pass rusher. Vilma's range is way better than his, and like he was also like another thing that doesn't get talked about, coverage, man. Like dude is guarding the Dallas Clarks down the seams, right? Like step for step with Austin Collie on the very last drive that the Colts are trying to come back from. So yeah, I can't speak enough about Vilma. Unfortunately, like I said, the youngins I think don't know, but like yeah, like he is like Luke Kuechly is a Hall of Famer, and he is better than Vilma. I'm not saying anything like that, but when you talk about the comparables of like the cerebral think the game,
the gap is not as large as some people think it is.
Yeah, that's the sphere he is in. He is in Luke Kuechly's atmosphere when it comes to thinking the game. So. All right. So now I think this is probably where the draft starts, where like we can go a lot of different places here. I am taking Marcus Williams at free safety here. Yeah, so there are actually like a decent amount of safeties like out there.
Marcus Williams is one of my favorite Saints of all time. That's why I'm mad at you.
Yeah, so I mean, like for the people who want to remember him for the Minneapolis Miracle, let it go. First of all,
let it go.
Let it go. Here's why I'm going to tell you to let it go. I was there. I was at the Minneapolis Miracle in person. I have let it go. I was the last person to leave that stadium, I'm pretty damn sure. And I saw that shit. And I was on the side of the sideline that it happened. I was in the nosebleeds, but I was on that side. And I saw it happen before me. So I have let it go. I drove 6 hours to go from Kansas City to Minneapolis to go watch this game. It was -5 degrees outside and snowing. I have let it go. So anyway, with that being said,
preach.
I mean, like, dude, like Marshawn, amazing player, but like Marcus Williams Marcus Williams is what allowed you to do whatever you wanted at CB2. Like that's what it is. Like the amount that was put on his plate by DA, as far as like basically they just said, hey, like this entire field, you're by yourself to do the whole thing. And he did it. And like really, like people want to complain maybe about the tackling. I don't care. When he can do that special skill, like I don't need him in run support. And also his tackling improved like as the year went on. Like I'm not dinging him for
next year he had one of the lowest broken tackle rates in the league.
Yeah, and I'm not going to ding him for like, oh, the running back has broken into the secondary and it's him versus Marcus Williams, and Marcus Williams like doesn't make that play. I'm not dinging him for those things. And also, like if I'm trying to ask him to fill gaps in the box, I'm not using him right. So, so I'm just going to go Marcus Williams there. So I think that's the spot. So now I'm super curious if you want to even go another person and say the name out loud, but we'll see.
So I can tell you, I have a 2-player will not draft list.
Okay.
So and one of them is the guy you're thinking of,
Sharon Darper.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Here Have a Shake himself.
I think that's admirable. I will also not draft Sharon Darper. We will take him off of our board collectively.
And just because, again, like you're allowed to take him, but like I'm not taking him. The other guy on my I will not draft him list is Beltman. I am not taking Junior, and that sucks because defensive end is kind of a fucking wasteland. But I hate him as a human being so much. I'm not putting him on my fucking team. I have the added benefit of I already got Cam, but
that's fair.
I will not. I do not want fucking Junior on my team. I'll
probably shouldn't have told me that. Now I can just like wait.
And you can wait tonight for your last pick, and you'll still get him.
I'll wait for Junior. Do I just pencil in Junior now? Because I was going to draft it.
You absolutely can, and the theoretical offense will run at his side all game.
That's okay. I don't care.
But no, those are my 2 guys. Like I'm not taking them for like human being personal reasons. Sure. But I'm really struggling now because there's what I think is probably the smartest football move, and then there's what makes me happy. And fuck it, I'm not a GM, so I'm gonna go with what makes me happy. And I am taking CD Deuce as my slot.
That's a good one.
I don't care what fucking spin Duncan and these douchebags want to do. They can never make me hate this dude. All he did was celebrate his teammates, do great work in the community, be an elite fucking player for the Saints, and piss off the opposition. And as an irritant and an agitator, I can appreciate game recognizes game. I'm picking CD Deuce. He's one of my absolute favorite players.
He's your Taysom pick. Like where I'm not leaving without Taysom in the offensive draft. You were not leaving with
one of my favorite Saints players. He was really good, but I love him for reasons far beyond him being really good on the field.
Yeah, nah. And I mean, like his worst moments, it's like, oh shit, you're saying he didn't stop George Kittle 1-on-1 on a 4th down?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, no one could.
Like, damn. Like, so like I mean, CD Deuce is like just one of the best. I think I remember when he said in the presser that, like, why did we lose? We lost because Jared Cook fumbled. I was like, this dude better not ever leave New Orleans.
And who hates Jared Cook more than me?
Yep, there you go. Perfect. So, perfect there. So, all right. So it's back to me. I have a couple directions I'm going to go. I could go. So this value-wise is probably a reach, and I know it is. But low-key, this position group gets really bad really quick, and that's interior defensive linemen. So I think I'm going to take Akeem Hicks here.
Ooh.
You probably thought I was going somewhere else, but I actually...
That's a good one.
So I'm taking Akeem Hicks here. Like I said, I just... Like, there are not many D linemen that are like disruptive from that interior spot. Like I know like in his Saints tenure he disappears at different points, but like as far as getting like those splash plays from the interior, there's actually not a lot out there. Like, yeah, Sheldon Rankins is a solid player. Cedric Ellis is a solid player. But like, he's going to command two. I think he's probably the only semblance of a pass rush really that you get from the interior. So, and I've waited this long on D linemen, so I'm just going ceiling guys here. So I'm taking Akeem Hicks. I know his ceiling came later with the Bears and Patriots after, but he was still pretty damn good on a defense that had nothing.
Yeah, no, he was good here. Warp speed, funny thing. When he was on the Bears, remember he used to tweet about the Saints all the time.
Oh yeah.
My original Twitter account, which eventually got permabanned for telling racists to jump in the business end of a wood chipper, which fair, but I stand by my statements. He said something. He said something about Drew, and I said, "Don't talk about my quarterback like that, you fat fucking panda." And I actually got him annoyed enough to respond.
Nice, amazing.
Which I gave him credit for.
Yeah.
He didn't do like the typical athlete thing of "I'm here, you're here."
Yeah.
he actually like clapped back a little bit. He's like, "Hey, he was my quarterback before he was yours. Fuck you." And I was like, "Okay,
yeah,
that's fair."
Yeah. All right. Yeah. No, fair play.
But yeah, great pick there. I am also going to go a defensive tackle, and there's a 0% chance of Adam ever watching this. But if Adam ever watched this, this would be the moment where he would change the channel. I'm taking Mr. Shimmy,
Big Rank,
Sheldon Rankins.
There we go. Loved it.
I tried to do the Adam Shimmy. This is as close as I could get.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Looking like Uncle Fester.
Yeah. No, Big Rank. He was the man for those 8 games. I mean,
he was.
Those 8 games.
Draft does not establish a period of time. It's just players.
Yeah, it was those like he had that spin move versus the Vikings. We're never going to forget in the regular season. He was the man for that. He was the man for a little bit. Also, nice little career. Like after he left, like
yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Cooks. Like he's been in the league a lot longer than you think, and a lot more productive than you'd think. Like considering how much how Saints fans kind of feel about him.
He's kind of like premium Al Woods almost. Like as far as, like kind of just going like it's gonna be 5 years from now, and he's still gonna be like I don't know a rotational dude like on the fucking Cardinals or something.
Yeah. He will exist somewhere, and we'll be like he's still here.
He is still here, man. Like. Okay. So you went Big Rank. Okay. Back to me. Are we at basically everybody's like kind of a B player? I think there are a few A's left, but like I think if they are A's, they're A minuses.
There's 1 or 2, and I'm not fucking saying their names.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Should draft the other one, but you know what? I'm not disrespecting the legend. I'm not doing it to him. I'm gonna go Will Smith at my DE one. So
that is a great
like I mean like rest in power, our guy there, stalwart in the community. Like this is another one, like I'm not a GM, so like I am just gonna go off of vibes with this one, but like yeah, no, I mean, like Will Smith, man, like just consummate professional. Just was always solid. He had some double-digit sack seasons in there. So
yeah, I think he had a 13 sack season. One of the years, like
similar to Cam, and the fact that like great against the run. So when Akeem Hicks decides to shoot upfield and not do anything run-wise, like Will Smith will be there waiting. So, yeah, I'm gonna go him. I'm just have somebody who's super solid. If he didn't tragically pass, I think he'd still be like in the Saints consciousness as far as like he'd be there showing up to all these honor things like that. And if the Saints can stop fucking around, retire number 91. I don't care. Retire. Yes. So But yeah, no, I'm going Will Smith, man. Like, just I can't. They're better players, but I can't do it to the legend, man. So
Makes total sense. I'm taking Keenan Lewis.
wow, okay, holy shit, okay,
I don't have the option to have Marshawn's upside,
yeah,
but Keenan Lewis and Jabari Greer,
that is great.
who can
Wow,
both play both sides and both are shutdown quality,
yeah,
gives me a lot more to work with. And also, I'm just not letting you have fucking Marshawn and Keenan Lewis. Like, that is
yeah. No,
two
that's fair.
big, strong corners who both tackle and both cover and both take the ball away.
Yeah,
No,
no, I mean,
Keenan Lewis is going to have to get off the monkey bars and come down to the
yeah,
field and play.
yeah. I got to stop having it in my head like maybe he forgot this guy. Like, I got to stop doing that. And I imagine you probably also have to stop doing that. Like, oh, this guy might get past. Like,
I have a spreadsheet up that has the entire Saints roster from the entire time period up, sorted by position groups. I have forgotten no one.
Yeah. Oh man. No, that's good. That's good. All right. Back to me. I'm going back and forth. So Will Smith, I was between three people. Keenan Lewis was one of them. Will Smith was the other. Damn it! Like, I know Junior Gillette is there for the taking at DE2.
You also know you can literally wait until the last pick.
I know I can wait till the last.
I'm not going to fake you out. I don't want Beltman.
No. I know. Like, you do not lie. So that's where it's like, yeah. I think the value is too good not to take Trey Hendrickson here. Like, I just kind of have to. I know, like, man, Junior is there, and now Junior will probably go undrafted because I don't think I have the gall to play him at that stand-up linebacker spot. But I guess I do have, like, my flex spots, so he could come in on passing downs only. But, like, yeah, Trey Hendrickson, he had that season. We all thought it was a fluke. It was not a fluke. You know, like, I defended the Saints front office when they let him go because I was like, no, you don't want to get Vic Beasley. Like, I don't think he is that, but you never know. Like, there's just one thing. And besides, you have to pay Marcus Williams later anyway. Now, joke's on me. They did let Marcus Williams walk.
They paid neither.
Yeah, they paid neither. And it's like, oh, all right.
And the guy who was one of the league leaders in winning off the snap continued to be so. The Mickey special.
Yeah. Like, that's where it's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, Trey Hendrickson, like, you know, like I said, great player, man. Like, just great player. Just a good example of, like, you know, putting it together and, you know, kept going at it. And shout out that 2017 draft class, man. Shout out that 2017 draft class.
It's so crazy. And he might not even be the last name from that draft class.
Yeah. You can't have Al-Qadim Muhammad. He played no regular season snaps for us. So
he had a 10-sack season.
Not for us.
No, that wasn't stipulated. I'm not actually going to take him, but
I'm still pissed we let him go. So
that one of the few times where it was like literally an embarrassment of riches, but like that only counts if you extend the riches.
Yeah, but also we didn't keep anybody good in Vegas. Like, yeah.
It's like in hindsight, it's like, what the fuck are you guys thinking?
Yeah, I guess was Rob Ninkovich eligible for this?
I mean, he played on the Saints.
But you get the Saints version of this.
Yeah.
You don't get the Patriots version.
He's the Patriots version of Al-Qadim.
Yeah.
I am going to take at safety, and luckily he can play both.
Damn it.
But I'm taking Malcolm Jenkins.
Oh wow, okay. I thought you were going somewhere else with that. Okay. He was who I was debating between with Trey Hendrickson and and him.
I'm looking at my safety position and going, ooh.
Yeah. That's where, like, Marcus Williams allows the luxury of, like, I can put Junior Gillette at safety.
You can be in single high the whole game and not care.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I do not care.
But Jenkins, and then I'm also looking at it as I have Greer and Lewis and CD in the slot.
That's really good.
And now I add Jenkins, who can play free and strong, and I'm just looking at it as there's just not a lot of geometry for my opponent to work with.
Yeah, no, a lot of stuff is covered there, man. Like, and then Vilma running underneath of it all to take everything. So,
Yep,
yeah,
that's the hope.
yeah, no, there we go. So who I thought you might have taken, and I'm gonna take because I just want to see the comedy of who you take it instead. I'm gonna take who I think is the last good defensive tackle. I'm gonna take David Onyemata here.
That is a great pick.
So that rounds out my D line. So I got Will Smith, Akeem Hicks, David Onyemata, and Trey Hendrickson. Probably a pretty good pass rushing group. Honestly, like Onyemata, like late stage Onyemata was actually a very good run defender. Akeem Hicks, I don't care. DeMario, clean up whatever he doesn't do assignment wise. Is Akeem Hicks the Quan Alexander of D tackles?
No, because Akeem Hicks Quan never got to Akeem Hicks's peak. Like I know that was in Chicago.
Sure.
But like the best version of Quan when he was on the Bucks,
yeah,
wasn't as good as the best version of Akeem Hicks, where he was legitimate. I think he might have had an All Pro. Like he was a top level player.
Yeah.
Quan was the Super Saiyan 3 version of Craig Robertson.
Yeah, well, yes, that part is true.
He was such an incredible splash player. You'd forget about the 11 other times a game where he made a play happen for the other side. But when he brought it, it was just like everybody was off their feet.
Yeah. No, makes sense. I just thought in the terms of like we get these splash plays, and the splash plays you do see are awesome, and then but like he will fuck up a run fit like
nothing
throughout,
So, but why did you think that was a good idea?
Yeah, exactly. So but yeah, David Onyemata, like just another good developmental guy. Like we drafted, like one of those raw products you draft in the 5th round. It's like he has all the tools. Maybe you can make it something, and they did make it something. And PED's Onyemata hit different, dude. Like so
because I am left with few other good options, and I do not to get a grandfather in Kadeem Muhammad's late career, which fair. I am going to pull the
junior.
No, I am gonna pull the first positional flexibility of the draft though, and I'm gonna take Caden Ellis. And put him at defense at DN too.
Okay. Yeah.
I not only does he have actually really good sack production, but I think if he had ever actually been legitimately just put there, I think he would have put up numbers.
You're playing the game that he was always this version of him, even when he was on the Saints. We just didn't use him properly.
Well, and even his last year with the Saints, he had over 6 sacks.
Yeah, no, that is true. That is true.
On limited snaps because DA is a fucking idiot.
Yeah, because I can't play that game with Zach Bond or whatever.
No, because DA wouldn't put him on the field. Like we'd love to say, well, Zach Bond, obviously, but it's
that's another draft. The other draft is like
Mr. Holden.
Yeah, the should have been like or the all went somewhere else and succeeded draft is what we'll do at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll also include the draft picks Mickey traded away that became all pros.
Yeah, there we go. Like we're talking about, like we'll call it like the Rob Ninkovich inaugural draft or something. Like
instead of this steaming pile of shit, you could have had this.
Could have had this. Yeah.
What I almost did was I almost took 2 firsts. Because like there was that 2018 season for Davenport.
That's probably the dude I'm not taking. You could have him. He's not coming with this roster.
Looking at his whole career and his effort issues and all the other stuff and the opportunity cost that he represents, where you had a team that couldn't score and like didn't have enough weapons, and you decided to give DA another 2 first-round picks dedicated to his fucking defense. Like, nah. Fuck that. I don't care about the anime thing. I love anime too. Don't care about that. He's just lazy and he stunk.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Caden Ellis, who has similar production over a longer span of time and doesn't make me hate him.
Yeah. Man. Rest in peace. Like we didn't get the Eli Apple at corner pick anywhere. So yeah. All right. So back to me.
Oh my god! I remember when he left the team and was talking saucy in Saints Twitter, just like put all of his fucking mom's business out.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. Don't know if he's the best player here, but I liked him a lot when he was here. I'm going to go Scott Fujita at my other
Ooh.
linebacker.
You put him in strong.
Yeah, yeah. So as of now, it's Demario's at one side, Scott Fujita's on the other side, is what we have going now. He's just like one of those dudes, like one of the most liked Saints defensive players, if you think about it. Who had a bad thing to say about Scott Fujita? I didn't. Like, and it's just like cool ass celebration with the Japanese bow, did all the right things. When we were asked in 2006, he was one of the people that came and played for us and chose us. He chose us at our lowest point. So they're probably
I'm here
better.
for it.
Yeah, they're probably better people out there, but Scott Fujita's not going undrafted in this draft. Damn it! So
and look, I mean, he had a solid career before the Saints. He had a solid career after the Saints, and he had a really good career with the Saints. So
yeah, don't never forget when he played for the Browns and he single-handedly decimated our offense. I think he had 2 picks versus Brees.
Yeah, because he knew exactly where Drew was going, and Drew was so fucking pissed.
Yeah, so it's just like Scott Fujita, ultimate revenge game. So yeah, and just confirming, I cannot take Taysom Hill at any point during this draft, right?
No, you cannot. If Taysom Hill had ever actually been allowed to line up on defense, I might have allowed it. But since I am also forced to live in reality and not what could have been, you are locked to the same rules.
Yeah.
I'm going to. I'm also going to take a linebacker. I'm going to take. Especially because again, this is just for one. This is just a team, and I don't have to worry about their health. I'm going to take Donnell Ellerbe at weak side.
Ellerbe, wow!
I think we forget like that was like 14, 15 years when he was on the field. Ellerbe was really fucking good.
Ooh.
Like it was just always like he was like fucking Kendra. It was like, oh my god, this guy's so good. How are you again?
Oh man, I think he would have been there later. That might be. I don't dog a lot of your picks. I think he might have been there later. Like
he might have been, but I think a few of the other players I'm eyeing, you're already full at those positions, or there's just so little to go with.
Yeah. All right.
That I'm kind of in a spot where like, if I don't take Ellerbe, I might get stuck with like fucking Hawthorne at weak side linebacker, and I refuse.
That's fair. Yeah. All right. You know what? A lot of names still because now, like, just because I just want to see a reaction. So you took Ellerbe, same vein. I'm taking that 1 year of Nick Fairley, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking that 1 year of Nick Fairley and also taking another startable D tackle away from you.
I mean, look, he was that one season. He's the best defensive. He's the second best defensive lineman that played in the Drew Sean era.
Yeah, no, like that.
Like outside of Cam and maybe one of Will Smith's seasons, like that's the best year defensive lineman's had here. That's better than any year the junior had.
He was close to heart. Not like his heart giving out, obviously, but like he was about to have like the Chase Young arc that Chase Young is having right now because Fairley was taken 3rd overall, and then like we like revitalized him,
Yeah, he went 1 year with the Rams, and then he came to us.
Yeah,
and had just a massive breakout season. Everything clicked, and then got the extension and the heart issue.
Yeah, so I think. I'm going to have some fun, man. I'm going to have some, like, I'm just imagining now, like, on passing downs, I can go Will Smith, Trey Hendrickson, Akeem Hicks, and Nick Fairley rushing. Like, that's not terrible. That's not a terrible world to live in. So, yeah. So I'm going to do that.
At this point, you can probably guess what my favorite defensive position group is. I'm taking another linebacker.
All right.
I am taking Alex Anzalone.
Yeah, I figured. couldn't chance death a few times. I was like, oh, like so. I think that middle linebacker spot for me is going to be the comedy spot now. Like, or whoever my third linebacker ends up being, like it's going to be comedy.
I mean, my money's going to be it's going to be Lofton, but I mean, you could end up with somebody else.
Boy, like it's grim, bro. It's grim. It is grim over there, and I am not taking Scott Shanley. Like he's not seeing my team.
Hell no.
He is not seeing my team. So
that MAGA bastard who never fucking made a play in his life and made Vernon Davis cry for all the wrong reasons can kiss my ass.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna go at my X spot. I'm gonna go Kenny Vaccaro.
I love Kenny as a player. I think that's a great pick. And Kenny and Marcus actually has quite a lot of synergy.
Yeah, depending on where I play Kenny, because I can put him at strong safety, depending on how this draft
goes. Slot. He can play the star. Yeah. He was a really good blitzer.
Yeah, right now I have him slotted in as my star. Like I feel like the Titans paying Alontae Taylor this past season, I feel like they think they're getting Kenny Vaccaro, and they're not.
You know they are. They're just getting late career Kenny Vaccaro.
Like very, very late.
Like before he started becoming a pro gamer.
Yeah, because Kenny Vaccaro went to the Titans afterwards, and he had some good years. Because I think he was was he? I don't know if him and Byard. I think him and Byard were in the same.
Yeah, they were on the same. They were on the team together. They had a couple of those Tannehill years where like they went to the playoffs. Like Kenny was on that team.
Yeah. So so I just went Kenny Vaccaro. He's a guy. So fun fact about Kenny Vaccaro is that he was drafted when I was living in Baton Rouge, and I actually semi-argued with Matt Moscona on the air that this was a good pick. So it was pretty good because he was pounding the table for Jarvis Jones that year. Which
remember those arguments.
Yeah. So like he was pounding the table for Jarvis Jones.
I was writing for Saints Nation at the time and also really liked the Vaccaro pick.
Yeah. And so like I think he was a draft bay of mine for sure. And then like Matt Moscona back then, like I think a lot of people were like calling in, agreeing with him, and I called in and like disagreed. And basically like my argument was like our defense was ass everywhere. Like you're acting like one, Jarvis Jones was not a sure thing. I think he also had knee issues. Like the defense was not good in all places at all three levels. And to me, I was like, Kenny Vaccaro can be in so many levels. He could be a hybrid linebacker. He could play safety. He can guard your slots or whatever. Like he can play all these different spots. And he did exactly that. I want to say, I forgot which year it was. One of the years he got injured. He broke his ankle one year. And our defense actually dipped quite a bit when we didn't have his multiplicity, you know. So so I got Kenny Vaccaro there. So I'm gonna leave my middle line. I'm gonna leave my third linebacker spot open because I just want to see what fuckery I have to back myself into.
What do I end up with?
Yeah, I want to see the fuckery that I back myself into.
I am gonna take Von Bell.
Fuck. All right. Nice.
And that's the fuckery you backed yourself into.
Yeah, no. I was hoping. I was like, So you've taken Malcolm and Von Bell from me. I was hoping
Malcolm and Von and CD.
And CD.
And then I got Jabari and Keenan. I'm feeling actually quite good about my secondary.
Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of versatility. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're even late in this draft, and there's still like some good players there. Like, you know, so it's just like, all right. So
it's a lot of guys that are like really good at certain things, but like their limits keep them from being top end guys.
Yeah.
But like if you can fit them in together, it's like we had some good units. We just had DA as a coach for unfortunately a lot of those years.
No, for sure. Like
he liked to throw hole.
Yeah. Von Bell, man, another solid dude. Went to a Super Bowl afterwards. You know, him and Trigger Trey being the linchpins of that Cincinnati defense, you know, so he would be on the all did it somewhere else team.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like another guy though, I was fine with them not paying because like, all right, we got like other people to pay, and then we didn't pay them. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go Delvin Bro at CB2.
I mean, as long as you're not facing Odell, you should feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, dude. Like, man, the amount of arguments I had on Twitter where I'm like, "Yo, PFF," before it like became super trash. I was like, "PFF has Delvin Bro and Richard Sherman in the same stratosphere." You know, like after it was like the Odell game and the Mike Evans game where he's looking up and Mike Evans or whoever had it already caught in the end zone.
Yep.
Those two were like enough to like kill his PR. But after that, like he was actually
he wasn't as good as we all hoped he could be, but he was a lot better than a lot of fans remember him being, and it just got cut short because of the medical status.
Yeah.
He was also one of the few players who had beef with Sean like after leaving, where it was like, no, I get it.
Yeah.
Like the circumstances, like it wasn't like, oh, you didn't like a great coach or you were just being a bitch. It's like, no, those circumstances, I don't think Sean was wrong, but he was given bad info. And with that bad info, yeah, you were a dick.
Yeah, no, for sure. So Delvin Bro in 2016, the cornerback opposite of him was Sterling Moore. And then in 2015, the cornerback opposite of him was Brandon Browner. And in 2014, I just want to make sure I get this right while this loads. We didn't have him in 2014. So in 2014, we had the Corey White era. But like, it was so bad. So I'm saying all that to lead up to this. Delvin Bro got hurt in the game on special teams. We had Sterling Moore starting on the opposite end. We had Brandon Browner having it on the opposite end. And Sean Fuckface is playing Delvin Bro as a motherfucking gunner. And he got hurt on that. Like, it's not as bad, but it's in the same vein as Michael Thomas having to run block when we're up 2 touchdowns and getting hurt there. Meanwhile, we have the best run blocking wide receiver in the league, but we have Michael Thomas out there run blocking in a blowout game.
The Mike one is always the worst, but I always look at that stuff as like, how bad of fucking depth did Mickey give you where you still had to have your stars out on special teams?
I don't care. Like,
but that's just because I will always look for opportunities to shit on Mickey.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like,
he doesn't make it difficult.
But I mean, for fun, just like here is the cornerbacks in 2014. So you had Keenan Lewis and Corey White at the 2 corners, and then you're going at DB, Vinny Sunseri, Jamarcus Sanford, Stanley Jean-Baptiste, Terrence Frederick, Brian Dixon, Marcus Ball. Like, disgusting work.
Horrific.
Disgusting work. But yeah, so we're going to go Delvin Bro. And I have Marcus Williams to help him out over there, man. We're good. So
I mean, Marcus helps a lot, and Marcus and Marshawn together really help him a lot.
Yeah.
I am...
Don't do it to me. Don't do it
I'm
to me.
deciding what backup I want to take. Because I know who I'm taking from my final D lineman, and you're not going to grab him. So that's going to be my last pick.
Because, yeah, we got 1, 2, 3 picks left. Okay.
You know what? You always need good corner depth.
Damn it. You're about to do it to me.
I'm going to take...
Danny Sunseri. Yeah, I knew it.
I'll tell you the 2 of them. I'm thinking of either Jackrabbit or Clamps Crawley.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
For my backup. Like there's PJ Williams, but like I have 3 guys that can play the slot, so I'm not worried about PJ.
Okay.
And there's a couple other guys that were solid. I have no interest in Paulson Adebo.
I would have some interest in Paulson Adebo.
Yeah, but like I already got 2 starting corners, Jabari and Keenan.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
it's like I don't think Paulson was that much better than Crawley. He was on the outside better than PJ.
I think. Oh, and then you have CD as your inside.
Yeah, CD is my slot, and he was an elite slot player.
Yeah. Okay.
And like I have Von Bell too, and Bell can also like play the slot. So like I'm just not worried about that spot. I have way too much
Yeah.
optionality.
Yeah. You might need to go get some DTs, man.
Yeah, I got one for sure that I like. If you pick him, I will make Shock's Pikachu face.
Yeah.
But I'm absolutely drafting him, and I got two or three other guys I'm looking at. But I need another corner, and I need two DTs. So I'm going to take. You know what? I'm going to take Crawley just because this is a backup spot, and he was a backup, and I got too much respect for Jackrabbit to put him as a backup.
Okay.
That's gonna be my logic, even though Jackrabbit was the better player.
2018 Ken Crawley, man. We'll never not. We'll never.
One of the only players to ever shut down Julio Jones. He'll always have that.
We'll never be able to replace him. 2018 Ken Crawley, man. You can't he will never be taken away from us. Like he'll be, one of those what is it? What did you name? Why'd you name your daughter Rose? Because your wife loved roses. Because my wife loved roses. Why do you ask? 2018 Ken Crawley would be the name of the son. Is 2018 Ken Crawley. So no P Rob. Well, I guess P Rob also is probably a little redundant too.
Because like P Rob as an outside corner was awful, but P Rob as a slot was phenomenal. But CD as a slot was a better player than P Rob was as a slot.
Yeah,
and I also have Von Bell, who was really close. Like P Rob is really good as a slot, but I have better players in that spot.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go PJ Williams at strong safety.
Ooh, okay. I mean, played safety in college, played a little bit of safety in the NFL.
Nah, dude, we taking ACLs, baby. We're taking ACLs.
I mean,
we're taking out ACLs.
That time he made Tom Brady cry.
Yeah, like I said, we taking some ACLs. That late stage PJ where I'll give it to DA. He figured something out with him.
Yes,
he figured a lot out with PJ. But yeah, we snatching ACLs. I mean, sorry to the legend Roman Harper. I don't know if you'll get drafted, and I probably should have put you at strong safety. But I won some ACLs, and I've spent a lot of time yelling at my TV at Roman Harper in my day. So
that is fair.
Yeah,
I mean, you still didn't do Roman Harper as bad as he did Malcolm Jenkins when Roman Harper picked a fight with Steve Smith and got Malcolm Jenkins.
Yeah, and he got Malcolm Jenkins' ass beat. I can't do that. I can't do that too. Can't do that too.
So I'm going to take my first D tackle, and
you don't have one? No, you have Rankins, right?
Well, yeah, I have Rankins, but both of these next two picks are going to be DTs.
Okay.
So I'm actually his post Saints career is very good, but was actually really good for us as well. One of those guys that signed somewhere else and was like, if you actually thought about it, that actually sucks. I'm grabbing Malcolm Roach.
That's a good one.
Roach was really, really good, and he's very good against the run.
He did intersect with Brees, didn't he? Because he was on the 2018 team. Yep. Okay.
Yep. And so that gives me a guy, because now I can have Cam Jordan on one side, and whatever side I put Caden Ellis on, I can put Roach over there, and he's got some help against the run.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. He was on my short list of he was one of my in case of emergency picks later where it's fuck, and I'm scrolling through Pro Football Reference to just find anybody. So let's see. I still need some time to figure out who my third linebacker is.
This is why I went so linebacker heavy. I went, oh my god, it's a graveyard.
Oh, buddy. You know what? We're taking Junior, man. We're taking Junior Gillette at the second wild card spot, man. We're taking Junior. I don't care. I know what he did, but I was there live on Twitter when he had one of the most legendary moments.
One of the greatest fucking crash outs.
Yeah, one of the greatest crash outs.
Wait, was his girlfriend?
Yeah, one of the greatest crash outs when we didn't even have the word crash out in the lexicon yet. Saying
Mickey, pay me my money.
Yeah, talking about Zach Strief wife getting railed. Like, he can't go undrafted. So yeah, we're taking Junior. And I mean, shit, man. Now you got like a Trey, Will Smith, Junior Gillette pass rushing thing. Like,
Yeah.
that can do some stuff. So
Yeah, no, you'll be able to do some things. I am taking another defensive tackle for my last pick. He was actually a draft day of mine, and I got into a bunch of arguments with people because I thought he was going to be a really good defensive lineman, and he was a good defensive lineman for us. And then again, DA strikes again, got real playing time somewhere else, and was sneaky good. But I'm mostly taking him just because he was a draft day. I'm taking Tyler Davison.
That's a good one. That's a really good pick.
Backup, rotational interior defensive lineman, rundown, short yardage. Dude was strong as shit. I almost took John Jenkins, but I think Davison was actually a better player. Jenkins just is so massive, he stays in the league.
Yeah, no, I think that's huge, like, in the sense that, like when you're trying to fill out this bottom part of the roster, like, D tackles that play the run are invaluable. Like, yeah, fine, he's not going to give you a lot of pass rush stuff, but he got you on first and second down. Like, he's going to be where he's going to need to be, So,
yeah. Like, you're going to be in 3rd and 8 a lot, and I got Keenan and Jabari and CD and Malcolm, and you have no idea what coverage is about to be run, but you need 8 yards.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Who doesn't know who's going to know your play? Vilma.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, that's a good one, man. All right, my last linebacker. Jesus Christ. For whatever reason, Pro Football Reference does have PJ Williams listed as a linebacker. He's listed as our middle linebacker in 2018, which is kind of funny. I don't know why. So he's listed as our middle linebacker with Kurt Coleman as our strong safety. Ew. Part of me wants to be like a little bit cheeky and just put Roman Harper at linebacker because I always said like he just needed to be a linebacker. But
I don't disagree, and I will allow it if you want to do it.
Yeah, I feel like that's just in bad faith a little bit. So
you put Roman at weak side, DeMario's at middle, Scott Fajita's at strong.
Yeah, it's not a bad play.
I mean, Tampa Bay did it with Barron, and Roman was a more athletic, more physical player than Barron. Like, you want to do it, I'll allow it.
Yeah, I could do that, but I feel like I'm just robbing the content by not picking one of these obscure linebackers. So I'm going to keep talking as I still click through. It's like I'm not doing AJ Klein. I'm not doing Paul Kruger.
Oh my God, there's a name I did not remember.
You know what? Like off of straight vibes, and he was a legend for that one game against Atlanta. Can I take him? Yeah, I can. I'm taking Manti fucking Teo at middle linebacker. So
you know what? You get the cat fisherman. You get him,
dude. He had that game against Atlanta, dude, where he had like 3 4th down stops. Like everybody's like, man, like they're gonna.
He was a monster in that game, and he had a nice little extended career with the Chargers.
Nice little sex career. Like,
and he's done some good stuff on TV too. So
yeah, nice little Saints career, and I think like also the Saints career, like him getting to play around a pretty talented thing. I think we can just make him do like 3 things, because like whatever. DeMario and
Fajita. You didn't take Quan to be your weak side linebacker.
I can't do it because like I have Hicks and Trey in front of him. So it's like I have because our version of Trey wasn't that great against the run. So I think that's the other reason I didn't take Roman is because like shit, like, I need somebody who can actually play the run because I just took all pass rushers in my D line with Onyemata, Hicks, and Fairley are my 3 D tackles. I don't have any dedicated like space eater with all 3 of those. Onyemata was kind of that, but like, so I just needed to. And the thing is, Onyemata, you speaking of Tyler Davison earlier, Onyemata benefited so much from having Tyler Davison there. Tyler Davison could do the gross stuff, and Onyemata can do all the hump moves and swim moves and stuff like that. So, yeah, so I'm going to take Manti Teo. Nice little solid player. So, Yeah, so that's our draft. And it wasn't as god awful as I thought it would be. So who's the worst player that got drafted? Probably Manti
Um,
Te'o
let's
or
see.
Junior Gillette.
I mean, Junior Gillett's the worst person.
Yeah, he was the worst person taken. Maybe Delvin Bro.
Um,
I don't have your team in front of me, so I don't know if there's somebody worse. Like maybe Tyler Davison is the worst
I'm
player.
looking at it. Worst player. I think it's probably between Tyler Davison and Manti Te'o.
Yeah, and it's probably Manti Te'o.
I'm only saying that because I'm giving Delvin a pass because he had times where he really showed elite player potential, but that injury happened so early in his career, like we'll just kind of never know.
Yeah.
So like theoretical Delvin Bro is way better than either of those guys.
Yeah, no,
but like
sure.
the actual NFL actually, he's the worst player of the group.
Actually, fuck that. Donnell Ellerby's the worst player. I don't care. That's unforgivable. That's still unforgivable. Donnell Ellerby got drafted.
Like, he was a good weak side linebacker. He was just never on the field.
I'm usually like with you, and I see you there, but I can't get with you on Donnell Ellerby. I might have accepted Jarris Bird over Donnell Ellerby. Like, I would have maybe accepted Jarris Bird or Nate Stupar over Donnell Ellerby.
I won't go that far. Like, so I completely get all Donnell Ellerby hate because Saints Twitter like constantly were acting like he was like football Jesus coming to save us, and the dude would play like fucking 4 games a year.
Yeah,
he was really good in those 4 games, and then he was hurt and gone again. The problem I ran into was just like I drafted very honestly towards like position and skill set. Once I took Vilma, like I'm not going to put Anzalone at weak side because that's actually like what we put him at weak side and he struggled. And then Detroit put him at strong side and he was really good. And when he played strong side here, he was really good. And so I'm like, there are no good weak side linebackers. The only good weak side linebacker is DeMario when he goes to weak side linebacker.
Yeah. No, that's fair. You know, and part of the reason I also took Delvin.
You did earlier because I absolutely would have put Roman there because Harper would have been a great weak side linebacker.
Yeah, and so I'm like looking at the best guys who didn't get drafted. I think we got Tracy Porter, Roman Harper.
Yep.
Charles Grant ? You know, and then you had like some of these 1-year guys like Abreu Franklin and like Paris Harrison, like, you know, so like, you know, Sharon Darper didn't get drafted rightfully. Cedric Ellis. I also took Delvin Bro over Tracy Porter just because like I met Delvin Bro at an LSU tailgate, and this was like after he was off the team and like kind of broke his leg and stuff. And like I think I literally went up to him and I was like, "Hey man, big fan, yada yada." And he's like, "Oh, thanks." So whatever. I was like, "Yeah, just loved your story, da da da." And that said, "Oh, by the way, like, fuck them Saints doctors." And then he was like, "You said it, not me." But yeah. And I was like, but yeah. And then he went on the SVP pod like a few years ago and actually said, "Fuck the Saints doctors."
Saints doctors.
Yeah. So so like not many like I don't think egregious omissions. I think Roman Harper is probably egregious, but and I know that he's a better player than PJ Williams, but I'm taking some ACLs, man. Like, I don't care. Like, he went on that run of just taking ACLs, and I just wanted that. A guy I'm bummed I didn't get after was Raphael Bush. That was another dude I was like pretty bummed not being able to find a way onto our team.
I was very, very tempted to take him instead of Von Bell because while PJ Williams may have taken ACLs, Raphael Bush delivered CTE and it was delivered on prime.
Yeah, honestly, in retrospect, if I had just taken Raphael Bush and PJ Williams, oh my goodness, we're doing Bounty Gate all over again. We're doing
the real Bounty Gate, like real Bounty Gate Steelers style.
Yeah, so we're doing it. So, yeah. Well, that was fun, man. Like I said, not as tragic as I thought it would end up being, but like
over a 15-year period of time, we managed to come up with 28 solid players, and like 3 players we were like, these players are good enough to win with that weren't drafted. But
when you put it like that,
me, but you get between 5 and 7 picks every year of those 15 years. And we only had like 3 guys who were like, oh, maybe this guy should have been there.
Yeah.
And
you know what? That is
the guys on our list were fucking free agents.
That is actually fucking hilarious that you put it like that, where I'm like, this isn't that bad. And I was like, oh shit, we did go over the course of 15 years, didn't we? Like,
yeah.
I would hope that you could get, in this case, what is it? We had 28 startable players over the course of 15 years. So that's like 2 per draft. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, and it's like we have we have several like undrafted free agents and like a few other free agents, and then like the rest of the guys on here that are good players are 1st or 2nd round picks. Like there's a couple of guys that are like depth of the draft picks that were good players. But like I've got Cam, Sheldon, Jonathan Millman was a free agent. I've got Cam, Sheldon, Malcolm were all 1st round picks. Von Bell was a 2nd round pick. I think Tyler Davison was a 5th rounder. Crawley was undrafted. Jabari Greer was a free agent. Keenan Lewis was a free agent. CD was a 5th round pick, but should have been a 2nd, but like he drafted because of character issues, aka Black. Angeloni was, I want to say, a 5th round pick.
That's
third round pick.
Yeah.
Ellerby was a free agent. Roach was undrafted. Caden Nellis was 6th round pick, I think.
6th round pick, yeah. Yeah, no, I think similar to
you do the same thing through your list. It's like,
yeah, so it's
like,
so you got
abysmal.
Yeah, so we got Will Smith 1st round, Hicks 3rd round, but he was the 1st pick of that draft. Anyamata was 5th round, Hendrickson 4th round, DeMario free agent, Teo free agent, Scott Fujita free agent, Delvin Breaux free agent, PJ Williams 3rd round, Marcus Williams 2nd round, Marshawn 1st round, Vaccaro 1st round, Nick Fairley 1st round / free agent, and then Gillette is undrafted. So yeah, no, similar deal. Now what would be the comedy pod is we do part 2 and we just clear it all and just continue going now. And that is we go another 28 players and we see where we end up.
That's where like, okay, who's gonna win / lose the Corey White sweepstakes?
Yeah, no, we're going BW Webb. We're going Broderick Bunkley.
Oh my god, I remember someone in the Discord. It might have been Ryan. I think Ryan was the one that nicknamed him WB Du Bois.
Yeah, me and Ryan on Twitter interacted and called him Webb Dubois on Twitter. So we got. Yeah, so that's where like we got to just do it again. We got to do this again, and then like really go to the dregs of like.
You know what? If all the hype ends up being bullshit, and Tyler looks like I thought he was going to look instead of look, he actually looked, I will do that pod because it will make me suffer less than the Saints will.
That's a deal. So when Tyler,
that'll be my oh my god, get this shit off my eyes cleanse session.
Yeah, there we go. I love that. But yeah, so you got the spreadsheet of the whatever up. So I don't know if you can share it here or we can share it in the Discord and have people vote on this. But we'll or you can put it in the comments of YouTube. So
yeah, people in the comments can vote. If anybody has any players they think we didn't think of, you guys can put those there too, and we'll have some more fun with this.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be great. This was fun, man.